Yo, what is up guys, welcome back by a brand new video. Today we are going to make a beat in the style of Whitearmor. Especially I want to talk with you guys about the drums. We have done a bunch of melody videos in the past. So yeah man, this video is gonna be all about the drums. So let's get it man, let's get it. I know, I said this video is about drums, but I do need some sort of melody. I can't start with the drums. I tried to be quick, so let's just grab a piano and try and make some chords. I think that's good. I'm just gonna mess with like the octaves and stuff anyway, so... Let's find a serum patch or something. No, let's go for something we haven't used on the channel yet. Maybe Hive. I don't know. I'm gonna layer it really quick with something. Grab some sort of plug. Copy and paste the melody on top of that. I think that works. Alright, so let's get right into the drums. So I'm gonna start with the kicks. So I chose for a pretty hard kick. If you really want to replicate that Whitearmor style, I would go for a much softer kick than this one. I went for the ThomasCameUp kick number 8, man. It's a great one. Normally, I catch myself making like the same drum pattern over and over again. Something like this. But I can tell you this, man, it's not drainy enough. What I'm gonna do is shift the kicks to some places I wouldn't normally put my kicks on. And something what I've heard in some of his beats, he also puts a kick on the snare, which really creates a pretty weird sound. So we're gonna add the snare right now, or the clap, I'm sorry, and just put them on your regular places. And let's have a listen to this. If you ask me, it's pretty cool. Just your regular closed head. Very often, especially when I was first starting out, I would just right click it and fill each 2 steps. So it would look something like this. But you gotta remind this thing, man, it's not drainy enough. Don't do that boring shit. These repetitive hi-hats could work in some circumstances, but if you want that drain vibe, man, I wouldn't recommend it. Just get some rolls in, maybe even play like with the notes, so with the pitch. I think that sounds pretty drainy, man. So let's go for the open hat. I would use it to emphasize some grooves. So for example, down here, when these 2 hi-hats are playing, maybe we can emphasize that a little bit more with a open hat there. And maybe on the snare here, I wouldn't do too much open hats. They can be pretty cool, but for this, I keep it pretty mellow. So I think this already is okay. I chose 2 rim shots so I can like switch up the sound and the tone. I would just make them as a backup snare. I would not overdo them. I think these already are like way too much, but okay. I will copy these ones and delete them here and put them on the second one like that. Yeah, man. There's nothing really much more to this drum pattern. I think this could be pretty cool. So let's just try and add an 808 onto this. Let's copy and paste the kicks onto the 808 and put it in key. And I made this with the envelope. So when I play a note and I release the note, the bass stops immediately. What you could do now is have certain sections like this, where the 808 plays, and when the kick hits, it stops. You also could have certain sections like this, where only the 808 is playing and no kick. So that will sound something like this. So with that all being done, it's time for the processing. With processing drums, I wouldn't really like overthink it. I would just start by selecting all the elements we have and go to the mixer. Right mouse click and go to channel routing, and then route selected channel starting from this track. So they all have a separate mixer channel, and then maybe we could make some sort of drum bus where all these individual channels are routed to. So we're gonna select a empty insert, hit Ctrl and Shift, and then drag your mouse over the channels, then right mouse click and go to track routing, and then route selected to this track only. Like, it's not going to the master, but it's going to this insert 11. The benefit of this is you don't have to set like a compressor or anything onto like every individual insert, but you could just do it on here. Mainly what I put on this drum bus is just something that will like deal with the dynamics. Knock is my go-to on my drum bus. The main thing I use here is this knob. That's the clipper. And yeah, man. I also like to sidechain my kick to the 808. I go to my kick and I right mouse click on here, select sidechain to this track, and then on this 808 I add soothe. Just make a curve like that, so it only affects like this section. Make sure sidechain is turned on and the attack is at fast. And then we go into this tab over here where it says processing, and then here with the sidechain input, you right mouse click and you select your kick. And every time my kick plays, soothe will duck the frequencies in this area we created right here. Another thing you could do is setting the mode to mid side and then raise this that it only affects the mid area because our kick is playing in the mids and our 808 as well. And then simply this is it. Of course you could EQ like certain things out you don't like, but right now I think this sounds okay. As far as the beat goes, I think it's done. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you could leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to. Whoa, we have surpassed 700. Thank you guys so much for that, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out. It's not draining enough.